Hey guys, good morning. It's Daryl here. Happy Sunday. I've never filmed using this side of the camera, so I don't know what I'm seeing here, so you have to go along with me. I wanted to do a video about creativity. I watched Beau of the Fifth Column, his video the other day about elephants and creativity, and it really got me thinking. It was a great video. This morning, I got creative. I did a video trying to do an Obama impersonation of what if he was saying the things that Trump is saying. Don't get me wrong, I love Obama. I love Obama, but I was just trying to make a point. Sometimes if there was one word I would use to describe myself, it'd be creative. Sometimes it's very impulsive with me. I get the urge and I have to do it. Painting, writing, music, whatever. Sometimes it hits its mark, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it falls flat on its face. Anyway, getting back to that to Beau's video, I gave it some thought, and he was completely right. Why I think this is, it made me sad in a way too. It made me feel blessed that human beings, I think, are the only creatures on this earth that have been gifted with creativity. And I feel bad for all the other creatures that don't have this. I thought about it. And if elephants were in fact creative, you can't stop a creative person or creative entity from creating. You know, they have to create. It's part of it. And therefore, you'd be able to see it, you know, in the sand, in the trees, in the leaves, wherever these elephants have habitat. Wherever their habitats are, you would see overwhelming evidence of creativity, you know, with their trunks, with their feet, with their vocalizations. And you don't see that. And that makes me sad. You know, that it makes me double sad that they're being used and abused in this fashion too. Yeah, some of the money goes towards good causes, but it's just, you know, it's never good torturing an animal. Anyway, on to creativity. I've always been a very creative person, and I started thinking about this too. What makes America great? Creativity, man. If there's one thing I think that made America great, is creativity. From Henry Ford to, remember, was it Kennedy that said, "We do these things not because they are easy, we do them because they are hard." Going to the moon. You know, that took creativity out the ass, man. I've always been very creative, and it's what made America. Look today. Take, for instance, the apps on your phone. The apps on your phone. That's something I can't do. I'm not... You know, I'm not up to, I'm a little older. I don't know my way around a computer. But if you look at these apps, they are amazing. It's all creativity. Before any of this comes to life, before any movie comes to life, before any invention comes to life, any vaccine, there's the idea, the creativity, the creation in the mind. And I think America has been blessed with an abundance of people from all over the earth that came together with all different ideas, all different variations of creativity, and created the hell out of this country. Yeah, so I think creativity makes America great. Makes America great today too. You know, not force. Not the politicians, Democrats, Republicans. What have you. And I was going to show you a few examples. Creative people are looked at as, it can be strange. Take, for instance, my video where I did the Obama imitation. I'll show you guys some of my paintings. Here's a few. This one here is one of my favorites. I could never do it again. You see all these bubbles and stuff. It's what we call an abstract. I just noticed a shark right here. This is a painting I wouldn't even sell. So another thing with these paintings, I've never done a painting by looking at a picture or a magazine. This is all stuff that I see in my head beforehand. And I start picturing what paints I'm going to use, what brushes, all that stuff. And this is all stuff that came a mental image. I can't use pictures to do my painting. This is one where I called this heroin or addiction. I did a couple of them. And I intentionally left the eyes out because addiction, you lose your soul. And the eyes are the window to the soul. So you see where I'm going with that. This had to do with addiction too. My idea here was coming out of the dark into the light. Coming out of addiction back into life. That was my idea here. And I found out painting a hand is one of the hardest freaking things I've ever painted. There's times when I don't even know what I'm painting. I started with some colors. And this is, a lot of times these paintings aren't, they don't get a lot of notice. I love them. Some of my most creative stuff I love, but other people, it's a little too weird for other people. A lot of people like to buy the landscapes, the seascapes, the pretty stuff, which I still do. But I love weird shit. I do. And take for instance this, my upside down woman. All right, and people ask, well, why is she upside down? Because I'm the artist, and I said so. Now, seriously, I got a picture in my head of that. I did. I don't know. In my head, she's in a dark bedroom with her legs up on a bed, and she's relaxing. And that's what I see. I couldn't have painted her any other way. I love the painting. I've had this painting for 4 years, and it's never sold. Other people don't have the passion a lot of times for the weirdness, the creativity that I have. And this is a painting that people hate. It reminds me of farmland. It does. Yeah, I don't think I ever got one good word for that one, but I like it. I put it up in my kitchen. So that's a little tour of my creativity. And again, this video was about, like I said, the initial idea was the thought on Beau was saying about elephants don't have creativity. And after some careful thought, no, I don't think they do. Otherwise it'd be extremely evident. And then I thought of dolphins or chimpanzees or apes. I don't know what other crows are amazingly smart animals. And you don't see it. You don't see creation. Take for instance Neanderthals or early man and the cave paintings. Like I said, you can't stop a creative being from creating. It's a natural drive. Like eating and breathing. There's been times where I've been out on the road or I've been out on a hike and I get an idea for a painting or for a writing or something, and I'll stop dead in my tracks. I'll turn the car around and there's been times where I ran or jogged back to the house because I have to get it down onto it. There's times when I feel not quite sane, to be honest. It's a drive, creativity. But it's what made America great. That's what I truly believe that. From everything from the car to skyscrapers, everything to our form of government was created. The thought process behind that, creativity is what makes America great. Just some thoughts for today. All right, you guys have a great Sunday.